guest of honor to say a few words to you. Let's have a round of applause again for Adam Foote.
Been a long time for me, and to be here in the 40th season of the Sault Greyhounds, being a part of the OHL for that long, it's an honor. It's hard to believe that it's been over 20 years since I have put this jersey on, and I'll tell you, it's in my blood. And being here today, going around town with my family, Boogie will tell you this, and Bobby Jones over there, going over to Ernie's for breakfast with my family, and I'll tell you, it was fantastic. You know, my Ernie, sorry to say this, but and your son, my kids didn't think it was a big deal, but I put them in their place and told them how much fun we had here. But you know, you the fans, I felt like the 3 years was a short time I played here, but immediately I felt like we had a special bond together, and you and the city. And I'd like to say to these young guys here, it goes quick, it goes fast, and don't ever want your junior career to run out on you, because it's one of the most special times of your career and your life. And to play in a small city, and you're the #1 show in town, is huge. And I'm so glad that I came here with a great bunch of guys. You know, in 1988, reflecting back, when you draft 4 defensemen in the first 4 rounds, I probably didn't understand it then, but it's clear that it's a rebuilding year. And especially when you let them play and play every night. And that's what happened in '88. But we had guys drafted Bob Bugner first round, and Brad Tiley and Dan Ferguson. Boogie was so ahead of his years as far as maturity on and off the ice. Was a great leader, and he, you know, he's tenacious on that ice. He took care of us young guys. And Brad Tiley, I'd like to say, a long friend of mine. We grew up playing lacrosse together, ended up playing junior hockey together, and he had NHL hands, and was an awesome hockey player. Dan Ferguson, he played with passion, and I'll tell you, one night I wasn't sure what was going on when he stole Peterborough Pete's net right here, Memorial, next door, the Memorial Center was here. So in warm-up, he stole Peterborough Pete's net, and they had the toughest guy in the league at the time, and Ty Domi. And I wasn't sure if our team was more mad at him or the Petes were, but we were definitely scared of what was going to come that game. Those are just some of the guys I played with at that time, and it was very unclear for us that after that season. The owners at that time had us going to CompuWare, as you probably, some people in the building will remember. And, you know, there came George Chinook and his group. I remember Mr. McCauley and Mr. Reynolds, George, and many others. And they started this campaign, Save the Greyhounds. And like I said, we weren't sure what was going to happen the next season. Though we thought we were better, it seemed like it was the same record. And we were able to, along what you saw in the video, get Sherry Basson. And with Sherry Basson and George and his group, with their leadership and vision, we were able to make a big-time trade with Oshawa Generals, parting with Eric Linderos, which brought us some great hockey players. And I had to mention that. I took it personal. So, and I know you guys did too. But they made a great trade, Sherry, and we were able to capture the second OHL championship of the Sault Greyhounds, and my first in my last year. And that was a very special moment. Along with them, Angelo Macco, who gave me a call in September, and I was shocked to hear his voice on the phone and invite my family up here for this moment. Angelo's been around the organization for a long time, and he treated us right, us young guys. He always had a smile and always took care of us and our family and made us feel like at home, though we felt so far from our families. Thank you, Angelo. Before I don't want to forget this. These two guys in these jerseys are my boys, and they've seen me play a lot at the NHL level, but they've never experienced this. And I was, you know, see this being raised tonight with them here makes me feel very proud. This is Callan and Nolan here. And of course, the foundation and the rock of our family, and my best friend, my wife, Jennifer. I can't come here today without speaking about, you young guys on these two teams, and your coaches have been there before. Your first year is kind of scary, taking off and leaving home, and the Sioux, they put me in a great house, a great family, great billets. The Tinkaluk family up on the Pea Patch took care of me for 3 years. Gail and Wally and your family, you welcomed me into your home. You made it an easy transition. I know when my parents left me that day, they felt a lot more comfortable and confident that I would be in good shape. And I would like to thank you for always having a hot meal on the table, and you're very special people. And their kids in our family, we're very close now, and they're here tonight. And I want to thank you for the 3 great years we had together. I don't want to forget about some people that were important to me today, and I was very shocked when I heard that Jerry Bambacco, the school administrator, was still a part of the organization. He was there for us back then, and he always had a smile on his face and made us feel good. And like I said, I'm shocked he's still here, but Jerry, you do a great job, and I'm sure these guys and coaches are happier around. Some teammates, Denny Lambert, Bobby Jones, Troy Millette, these guys were tough as nails, and they were leaders for us when we were in our youth the first 2 seasons before we were able to capture that championship in the last year. I just want to say thank you for directing us young guys in the right way and keeping us grounded. We really appreciate that, and you guys are salt of the earth, and glad I had a chance to play with you. I can't forget about Mike Zook, who's a legend in this town, and we were able to go over to Mike's house, and he had a nicer ice rink than his home, and it was a very special place for me and a memory I don't want to forget. And thank you to Mike Zook. One more guy is everyone here. Our dream is to play in the NHL one day and at that high level, and this is our stop before the big show, and I was very fortunate, along with a lot of young guys, to have Ted Nolan as my hockey coach. Teddy, I'll tell you, you get drafted and you come back after you're being drafted with that new NHL gear, and you feel pretty good about yourself. And all of us have to be put in our place a little bit and held accountable. And Teddy was that guy. He was a player's coach. He played in the show. He was tough, and he did it the right way. And I just want to thank him and his family for everything they did for me, making it an easier transition to the NHL. Thank you, Teddy. Lastly, to the fans, the Sioux fans, the city, you guys embraced me, and I want to appreciate that. And it was a thrill for me every night to play in front of you. What a great city to play in, and I'm glad we were able to win at that time. Thank you. And I know these guys want to play hockey, so I'll end this with, I feel very privileged tonight for this to happen to myself and my family. To be up there with, Van Beesbroek, Hartsburg, Francis, and Gretzky. I'm very overwhelmed, proud of it, and it's a great honor. Thanks for having me back here tonight.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to call on the team captains for both the Sault Greyhounds and the Windsor Spitfires to come to center ice for the ceremonial opening face-off. And then there were 5, ladies and gentlemen: Wayne Gretzky, Craig Hartsburg, Ron Francis, John Van Biesbrook, and ladies and gentlemen, Adam Foote. Congratulations, Adam, and thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Adam Foote.